Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Hoping everyone is well and safe. Today I'm going to take you on a learning journey. As I've said in my previous video that I'm not a great cook myself, and I have learned and I'm still learning. And believe you me, I've never made Channa batura before. So today my neighbor, lovely lady, she's been kind enough to come and teach me how to make Channa batura. And I thought, why not take you guys along with me as I learn. Just to show you that there are 3 hands in the kitchen today as I'm filming and learning. Coming towards the ingredients, we'll be using 750 grams of self-raising flour, half a cup of fine semolina. We'll be using lemonade to knead the dough, as that allows quicker proofing of the dough. But if you do not have lemonade, you can use yogurt as well. So today in the video, we'll make 2 types of dough, one with lemonade and one with yogurt. Moving on to the spices, we've got salt, caraway seeds, Nigella seeds, fenugreek seeds and Asafoetida or hing. Quantities are given in the description box below. Okay, let's begin. We start off by adding the spices to the self-raising flour, followed by the fine semolina. We are saving some fine semolina powder for later use when we roll the baturas. Give that a good mix. Now we're going to gradually add lemonade as we need. We are trying to achieve a consistency of a soft dough, which is slightly sticky to the hand. Once this dough comes together and slightly sticky, then we're going to give that a good knead. After giving it a good knead, now we're going to apply some oil to our hand. And again, as we knead, the dough should now start coming away from our hand and from the bowl. So we need to check that it's able to come off the hand and become less sticky. Now the dough is ready to be set aside. We now cover it with cling film and set it aside for at least 30 minutes. Whilst that's resting, let's prepare another dough using yogurt. So in the self-raising flour, we'll add all the spices, followed by the fine semolina. Give that a good mix. We're going to add another ingredient that is about 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder to give the baturas a yellow color. Give that a good mix. Just like the lemonade, we'll add the yogurt gradually as we knead the dough. Unlike the lemonade, we only use half a cup of yogurt to knead the dough. So we'll only be able to achieve a crumbly texture. Once this texture is achieved, at this point, we're going to add warm water gradually to knead the rest of the dough. We're going to knead the rest of the flour using water until a soft, sticky dough is made. So you should be able to see that all the spices have come together well. And at this point now, we're going to again apply oil to the hand and knead the flour until it starts coming away from the hand and the bowl. Now we're ready to cover the dough up and again let it rest alongside the other one for 30 minutes. While the dough is resting, let's prepare the chickpeas or the channa. So we've taken half a kg of boiled chickpeas. I tend to use fresh chickpeas which I boil and freeze. So I've put them in water to defrost, but you can use the tin ones. In the veg, we have taken 3 medium-sized onions, 3 to 4 cloves of garlic, about ½ inch of ginger we'll be using, 3 to 4 green chillies, a lemon and about 3 tomatoes. Moving on to the whole spices, we've got a teaspoon of black mustard seed, a teaspoon of cumin seeds, and a very unique ingredient which I was quite amazed with was using tea bags, because that's going to give the channa its color. So we've got 2 tea bags there. Moving on to the powdered spices, we've got salt, turmeric powder, caraway seed, garam masala, cumin powder, coriander powder and Asafoetida or hing. And in the garnishing section, we'll be using fresh coriander leaves. And a very interesting container I found to put my last ingredient in was using 1 teaspoon of butter ghee. On a medium flame and in very little oil, literally a tablespoon, we're going to fry our roughly chopped onions. A tip I learned when using little oil is to add water whilst cooking. So this way you do not get a very oily curry. So once the onions start to change color, we're going to add the roughly chopped green chilies, ginger and garlic. And we're going to give that a good mix. And again, we're going to add a little bit of water at this point because the previous one has completely dried up before we add in our tomatoes. So we're going to put a little bit of water, give that a good mix. And now we're going to add the tomatoes and give that a good mix. We're going to cook that back for 4 to 5 minutes or until the tomatoes are slightly soft. Then using a hand blender, we're going to chop the whole mixture into a paste. Now to the paste, we'll add all the spices in one go and give that a good mix. Now after cooking the spices for about 2 to 3 minutes, we're ready to put in our chickpeas. So in go the chickpeas and we give it a good mix, making sure all the channas are covered well with the curry. Ready to put in our unique ingredient, the tea bags. So we're going to put the 2 tea bags in, give that a good mix. And then we're going to add about 2 glasses of water or enough water to cover all the chickpeas with water. Give that a good mix, and now we're going to cover the pot and let that simmer over low flame for about 20 minutes. Let's prepare the tadka. So in a small frying pan, we're going to drizzle some oil and put in the black mustard seeds. When they start to pop, then we'll add the cumin seeds and get a golden color on both the seeds. After 20 minutes of channa being cooked, we're going to add the tadka. Give that a good mix, followed by the lemon juice. The flame's gone up to a medium again. Then we're going to take out the tea bags, squeezing out the color. So you can see how the tea bag has given it a really nice golden color. At this point, we'll add the desi ghee or the butter ghee and clean the pot really nicely. Give that a good mix, and also using the spoon, make the channas a bit mushy. And lastly, add the fresh coriander, give that a good mix, and the channas are ready. Coming back to the dough, so we're going to give it a quick knead. Then to check if it's risen well, press it down and the dough should bounce back. Now add a little bit of oil to your hand and give it a quick knead. All set to make the baturas using semolina for rolling. First, we're going to make dough balls out of the dough. One thing to keep in mind is always keep your dough and your dough balls covered with cling film or damp cloth, as it tends to dry out really quickly. Apply a little bit of oil to the counter before we start rolling out our baturas. We'll be covering the baturas with semolina. That gives it extra crispiness. And then we're going to roll it out into round shape baturas. Check the oil that it's warm enough. Now we're going to put a batura very carefully into the oil, and straight away using a spoon, we're going to start pressing it down slightly into the oil. And then after about 2 to 3 minutes, flip that over and let that cook on the other side. Once a nice golden color is reached, drain the excess oil and take the batura out. If you like the video, do give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel and share with family and friends. And also tell me in the comment box how you liked the learning journey. And if you would like to share any of your recipes, I am more than happy to learn and share with you. Hope to see you again with another recipe with another friend very soon. Happy eating!